tiger. What an amazing presence. We named sports teams after them, computer programs. They recently were the top cat in Animal Planet's Wild 100. You can find their likeness on things from t-shirts to classic art. Easily one of the world's most popular animals. But why can't we save them?
Tiger situation in captivity, especially here in the U.S., is always up for debate. Accredited zoos have spent millions on exhibits showcasing this animal and upgrading its welfare. They've come a long way since the time of concrete and steel-looking enclosure. For the past 25 years, they have had a few hundred of these cats in the species survival breeding programs for the AMUR, Sumatran, and Indochinese subspecies left, and they contribute funds for saving their habitat, as well as try to educate people on their plight in the wild. The private owners and smaller unaccredited zoos feel left out of all this. But this may be rightly so, as in the private areas these days, they seem more infatuated with keeping their rights to own this animal as a pet, or to breed in the smaller genetic pool of showcasing the oddity of the white tiger or the orange tabby tiger, which is less about feline conservation and more about drawing in the public. As well as all the surplus cats they create, put a huge strain on a few good sanctuaries there are here in the U.S. The two sides have contributed for nearly 10,000 tigers we have in captivity. That would be more than twice the current total wild population. But that is the captive tiger story situation here in the U.S., which often, unfortunately, overshadows the situation near its native habitat. In China, for instance, they house hundreds of these tigers on tiger farms, where they are treated the same as we would of cattle or pigs, and used for their parts. This is supposed to take away from the billion-dollar out-of-control illegal wildlife traffic trade, which it has. Or you can find them in parks, where tourists can watch as they feed live fowl or cows to these cats. China's welfare policies have a long way to go, and need to get right on track with true conservation. And since releasing a captive tiger has proven to be nearly impossible, all you can hope for captivity is that someday they can use the genetics or DNA. And all this won't mean anything if we keep taking away the land from the wild tigers out there. This report is about the wild tiger, or what is left of it. Out in the wild, there's only an estimated 3,500 of these cats surviving. Their numbers have dropped 90% in the past 100 years. In China, the wild tiger is pretty much extinct. They have a poor track record of protecting habitat or keeping illegal poaching off its land. In Russia, logging, illegal trade in parts, and just an all-around low interest in its survival keeps its numbers low. Around 80% of wild tigers are found in India, where this feline serves as their national animal. Only a handful of the 20-plus reserves in India has a viable population. A recent estimate have shown their population has fallen to about half of what it was just 5 years ago. Today, over 1.1 billion people inhabit India. 22 million was made in ecotourism, but too much ecotourism caused the animal to change its behavior, as well as leave a big human footprint on the land. The future of this animal could lie in something so simple as what snacks or what soaps we choose to purchase. The UK and the Swiss are leading the way of putting a ban on some brands with unsustainable palm oil found in their products. The production of palm oil takes away from the rainforest in Indonesia, which is key tiger habitat. So how do we save the tiger? We need to step up anti-poaching teams and arm them properly. We need for the people to stop illegally hunting them and using their parts in traditional Chinese medicine. We especially here in the U.S. need to help with funding. That along with helping the local economy so that the people don't have to rely on illegal hunting to feed their families. India has just asked about 200,000 people to move out of the forest, which would provide more land for the cats. But the local politicians have still stalled and haven't provided these people with the proper schooling, jobs, or electricity. So they'll move again to subtract habitat from the tiger. Can we really save this animal? What does it say about the world we live in today? Have we hit a point in time in which any species that competes with mankind would become extinct? And can we also blame those who do not want this champion of all predators living in their forests? Please look in the description of this video to find out more information and ways to help the wild tiger. We all need to do something before this animal fades into extinction.